The 2009 H1N1 strain of the flu is unlike anything we've ever seen before. The novelty of the swine flu virus has proven to be a shock to our immune systems, and the younger population in particular has been hit pretty hard. Communities of every size, shape, and form have been affected by this outbreak, and UMass Amherst is no exception.
On a college campus, also, there's a huge amount of transmission that occurs in our close living, shared communal type situation. The dining commons and shared bathrooms and just sort of the nature of college students and the way they interact in the world and with each other, it really lends itself to a lot of transmission of disease.
Because of the close-knit community that is typical of a college experience, H1N1 was able to spread like rapid fire through the UMass student population.
You know, certainly we've never seen we rarely see in September anyone with a flu-like illness, and we started seeing 10 to 20 a week in September, and then 20 to 40 a week into October, and by the end of October and into early November, we were seeing, 100 to 200 people a week with flu-like illness or more.
Like, I had known going into the week that it was going to be a tough week. So then when I got the flu, I was like, great, this is perfect.
When he said swine flu, I was definitely surprised because I heard, like, when it first came out last year, there was a lot of, like, deaths coming from it and people getting really sick and in danger. So, I was scared when I heard swine, I was scared.
But then my worst night of sleep that I can remember pretty much ever. It was horrible, and I didn't get much sleep. I got sick during the night, and my fever spiked back up to like around 102.
And tried to sleep. They gave me Robitussin for my cough, and they gave me ibuprofen and Tylenol. So I was taking that in my dorm, and basically just waiting for it to go away. I couldn't really fall asleep, but I quarantined myself in the room.
After taking my vital signs a couple times, they decided that they were going to put me on an IV. So I was on an IV for 3 hours. I had 2 full bags of saline and nausea medication and pain medication. So
I felt weak for the rest of the weekend, but the fever was mostly gone, and I had still a cough for about a week after.
Some students were sick enough to be sent home. Others were quarantined to their dorm rooms. In any case, almost all students infected with the flu were left with a lot of catching up to do.
I came down Saturday night and I had a huge exam on Monday, and I ended up having to postpone it until Friday. So even though it looks like extra study time, it really wasn't, because I was like down and out until probably Wednesday. So it really, really wiped me out for multiple days.
The feverish night was pretty bad. The hanging out at home and having my mom bring me food and watching movies all day wasn't bad at all, and not having to do work. But the whole time I was thinking about all of the other things that were going to be going on for me that week and that weekend, and how I wouldn't be able to do them. So that was mostly the most annoying thing.
I missed 3 tests that week, all of which I still have 1 to make up tomorrow, but I made up 2. I ended up getting a traffic ticket because of it, $40 for parking, and I don't know, it's just been bad because my work has kind of caught up on me all at once. So.
The teachers of UMass are also contributing to flu prevention by loosening up on their attendance and work makeup policies. Some teachers even include a disclaimer in their syllabus saying that anyone with flu-like symptoms should stay out of class.
Yeah, my teachers didn't even require a note. I emailed them all telling them I wouldn't be able to take the test. So, they basically just emailed me back saying that's fine. A lot of kids are getting it, so we're not concerned about you having a note or not. So they just told me to take the makeup, and they'd get back to me on when it was.
I'm tending to be a little more flexible when it comes to attendance, and one of the concerns I had about having this policy explicit in my syllabus was that I certainly don't want to do anything to encourage students not to come to class, and it's an important thing that they attend. At the same time, I have as a result of this swine flu issue, I have been a little more flexible, a little more understanding and accommodating. So I think it has had an effect.
No, I think one of the things I was afraid of with that broad statement, well, if you don't feel good, stay out, that there would be people who take advantage of it. And that happens everywhere. But I haven't seen it in this class, which is great. I mean, it says a lot for the character of the students here that if they're really sick with it, they'll be out. But if not, I'm coming to class.
H1N1 has been tabbed the next great flu pandemic. However, those fortunate enough to recover from the swine flu have agreed that it was more of a hassle than anything, and are glad to finally resume their daily lives.
When we look back on the fall 09 swine flu craze, I can be like, I was a part of that. I conquered the swine flu.
For GazetteNet, this is Sarah Cody.